Say when.
Do it. Bam! Yo, BC, what's up? Bob here.
Jeffrey Lee here.
Jeffrey Lee Puckett discovered a metal honey hole and found a bunch of cool records and the Tracy Chapman record, which I got from him. Thank you, Jeffrey.
You're welcome.
And I thought maybe he could show some of the records that he found. I thought that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is, since I haven't been haunting the stores, the little dives as much as you have,
Right.
This is by far my best and most fun find in a while.
Which is interesting because when he hit me with the location, it was someplace I never go.
That's now over.
Of course.
He's going to be checking it all the time.
I already been.
But yeah, this is just a little locally owned secondhand place. And it's on the way to, this is handy, it's on the way to the place where I get Jasper's food. So I thought, all right, I'll go get some food and pop into this joint. And they normally have this is why I've never mentioned it to you. They normally have 3 boxes of total crap.
Right.
And then some wildly overpriced record store day type stuff that someone has traded in. And that's it. But when I walked in there this time, I go to the first box and I pull out, open up and say, I have a real soft spot for hair metal.
Is that right?
And this album is so good. Wait a minute. I mean, we're talking metal. This album is so much fun. All of these records smell like a smoking party.
Yeah.
And this one actually
Excellent cover.
I've gone through the cleaning
Very
process on both the LP and
Very
the
cool
jacket.
cover.
And it wasn't all metal. There was some super oddballs, completely sealed BMG Music Club copy of Scarecrow. 100%
Nice.
sealed.
100% sealed.
This is a semi-obscure metal compilation of the new faces of metal. It's got people like Death Row, Coroner, Tankard, Sabat, I guess probably was a fairly early. Oh yeah, Halloween. So this is actually right before these people became. Oh, Celtic Frost.
Oh, Celtic Frost.
Became
Cool band.
household names. So that's pretty neat.
Gold label promo as well.
Then if you don't buy this when you see it, then you're not a record lover. You got to always have a spare copy. Nice 5150 there.
Oh, 5150. This is probably getting pretty valuable, I bet.
Yes, Van Halen's are definitely going up.
Yeah, 5150. Nice copy of it, too. Really.
Yeah, some of these actually turned out to be pretty valuable. They were 2 for $5 if you bought multiples. I bought, 35.
You got a lot of records.
This is another one, the Oddballs, Life's Rich Pageant, one of my favorite REM albums.
Safety copy number.
This is safety copy number 3.
Okay.
I love Here We Go Again or Here I Go Again. I've never had that album. That's kind of nice to drop into my lap for $2.50.
I knew a dude that every time he had a relationship blow apart on him, I'd see him and he'd be in the car, here I go again. I'd be like, uh-oh.
It's going to be a long night.
This is not good.
This is a bit of a beater copy of Permanent Vacation. I don't have any of the later period Aerosmith albums.
Dude Looks Like a Lady?
I stopped at Draw the Line. This is Dude and Angel.
Oh, Angel. Oh, yeah, Angel.
Yeah.
Man, that was a smasher back in
Woo, that video was something.
Back in the 80s, you'd have talent shows, and girls would just be dressing up in flowing blue gowns, lip-syncing Angel. It's like, yeah, I was like, what? They're not even singing.
Live Rust getting increasingly harder to find, I guess, in the world,
Yeah,
I would say.
yeah.
This one is a beat-up cover, but the vinyl is oddly nice. just from visually inspecting. I haven't cleaned that one yet.
Pretty good.
This is
Lapper.
Soldiers Under Command Striper. This is from a UK, I think this is a UK press. No, this is another BMG,
Is this sealed?
and it's sealed.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks sealed. Yeah. Striper.
This is probably the more famous Striper album, I guess. I don't know much about Striper. To hell with the devil. I know that they dressed like ballers. I know that much.
Yeah, that's how they dress.
This is an oddballer. This is a, what do you call, private press of the Cincinnati rock theater street band called the Bitter Blood Street Theater. So this is one of the things you just don't, this is maybe not it says Jimmy Skinner Music. I think Jimmy Skinner was the drummer, maybe?
Possibly. Elaborate cover.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'm going to get this nice and clean, and I think it's going to be a really good listen tonight.
Has a cobra on the front.
Yeah. A nice copy of Imagine, Apple with a poster and fake photograph.
This is perfect trade fodder. You walk into a record store and see something on the holy moly wall you want. They always want Beatles related material.
This would be the first Rush album, I'm guessing. Oh yeah, Bob is saying, I get it. There was a subtle threat implied there. Yeah, this is actually up for grabs as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. The Working Man, right? You know, funny thing about The Working Man. I gotta say this. Listen to the guitar solo in that and tell me that that's not a Tony Iommi influenced guitar solo.
Oh, you
It's,
would.
I mean, it's almost like it's such a Sabbath thing. It's insane.
That makes sense if Alex seen how young he was.
Yeah.
He was still copying stuff.
And is Geddy Lee trying to sing like Ozzy? It's possible. Trying to get up high like that?
Wouldn't be surprised. Children of the Sun.
Yeah, that's right.
I just love that song so much. So happy to have it.
I can't believe you forgot this. Yeah, epic cover. Capricorn
Yeah.
label. I like that. That's cool. Yeah, this is Alan's collection. Turns out you can see his name very faintly.
There, yeah. The name pops up time and again.
Alan was a metal dude.
So we got 2 Loudness albums.
Wow.
I knew nothing about Loudness, and turns out, you all probably maybe know, it's a Japanese metal band. They started in the 70s doing, pretty shreddy type metal.
Oh yeah.
And then they wanted to break into the U.S. market. So they made this Hurricane Eyes album. Well, they're all the same basic cover. They just changed the words. They did this, and the dude learned every lyric in English phonetically, and also adopts an English accent, American accent.
Really?
Not English, American accent. I listened to the whole album and didn't know he was Japanese.
Wow.
And they had a couple of minor hits with this album, and Japan abandoned them because they thought they had sold out. But now they're still going with the surviving members.
Hurricane Eyes and Lightning Strikes are the 2 records.
This was a big find as far as rarity. It's a super, I guess it's early Man-O-War album.
Jesus Christ.
Are you familiar with Man-O-War?
Yes, I'm familiar with the band.
Is it just this cover?
I just can't get over it.
This cover is one of the best of all time. I hope that passes the sexy standards of YouTube.
It does.
This has the best liner notes in the history of liner notes. I can't do them justice, so I'm not going to read them. But
In the year 1982. That's how it starts.
it does. It looks like Star Wars scrolling. But Into Glory Ride is the name of the album.
Wow, what a title, actually.
This was another big
here we
find.
go.
This is Fastway's original soundtrack to Trick or Treat Halloween movie from '88, I think it was. This is a crazy good record. I was real happy to get this.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was another band I just knew by name, but never actually owned anything. A couple of UFO albums. I like UFO, some Scorpions, including this double live that's in nice shape, and this one that I've never heard of.
Shanker.
There are a lot of, like, this is on Brain. This is on Germany's Brain.
What?
A lot of these are UK or German pressings. Because the guy was going, obviously, to whatever local record store at the time was bringing in imports.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are probably of the 20 or so metal albums out of this, I think about 7 of them were either from the UK or Germany.
What that means is Alan was pretty serious about his metal.
He was serious about it. Actually, I can tell you how serious he was because later, a friend of mine went to shop these same records, not Bob, another vinyl friend, and the store owner told him that they had put them out the day before I got there.
No.
And some guy had bought a whole bunch of Metallica and Sabbath and Pink Floyd. And based on what pressings all these are, those Metallicas were obviously first presses.
Yeah.
And the
Sabbath could have been import.
It could have been anything. Yeah, that's what I was thinking with the number of imports he had. The Sabbath could have been Vertigo for all I know.
Oh.
Anyway, they sold all those, also 2 for $5. And but you know what? It wasn't a flipper. The guy left behind a bunch of stuff that we just showed you that no flipper would leave behind.
Right.
So it was a fan of those bands, and he bought what he wanted, and he left.
Yeah, more power to him.
So God bless him. And this was the last thing I bought. It is beyond well loved. It has been. I was going to make a terrible joke.
Don't do that.
It has been enjoyed way more times than any record should be enjoyed. But I no longer have my original copy. I don't know what happened to it. So I'm happy to have this just to sit around. And,
Always popular.
Just makes
choice.
your house's karmic energy better.
Mm-hmm. I went over there and there was a copy of the Rainbow record, Rainbow in the Dark and all that stuff. Yeah, I didn't get it. It was smoked, but there was still some stuff there. Is what I'm trying to say. Even after Jeffrey Lee had been there, even after that other guy had been there. Even after I had been there, there was probably still some pretty good records over there to be had for pretty cheap. So,
and condition-wise, it's VG to VG plus.
Yeah.
There are some things to sealed. Obviously, there are some things that I'm going to keep around just because I want to have the music around and play during a beer night or whatever, because they're not collectible. Not that I really care about that, but
who cares about that?
But there are. It's in the back of my mind always. But a lot of them are VG plus and play great.
All right. Well, awesome, Jeffrey Lee.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. The 80s. A bizarre time overall, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the stranger times in popular music, I think.
Yeah. Memorable, to say the least. I'm sure many of you were around in the 80s and have tons of excellent stories about it. That said, please like, subscribe, tell a friend, leave a comment down below. Until we meet again, Bob out.
Jeffrey Lee out.